Hello and welcome. It is I, Bio, and this is the outro video for Zoo Games. In this outro video, I'm going to basically going through a very brief stint of my general thoughts about each of the games, and then finally a ranking on what basically was my favorite game out of the 10 that I played, and what was my least favorite game. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. Obviously, first up is Order Up. Order Up was okay, I guess. It's, in my opinion, there are better versions of Order Up out there. And my statement still stands that I personally believe that you're better off just playing Cooking Mama at the end of the day than playing Order Up. That's just how I feel about it when it comes to Order Up, unfortunately. Also, at the end of the video, I'm going to be showcasing the entire song that I made for this, even though how chaotic and stupid the song is. At the end of the video, you're going to get that. You're also going to get a little bit of a... I did have a go on Glacier 3 Meltdown, so I'm going to throw that in as well. My thoughts on that. I don't think the game's good enough for a PC randoms, if I'm honest with you, or to even be included in a greater context than that. So, yeah. Redneck... Calvin Tucker's Redneck Jamboree. Terrible party game, video game. That's basically all I can really say about it. It is horribly jank. The motion controls just feel poorly implemented, and it's an incredibly distasteful game at the end of the day. Now, personally, I think this game is geared towards that demographic. What the title says, but still, even if they might find a giggle out of it, it's just strange, if I'm honest. Eminem's Beach Party had potential to be a decent party game. I think it would be better, if I'm honest with you, if they focused more on making it more like a Sugoroku type game. Or just imagine a Sugoroku Mario Party type game where you can pick one of the, 8 or 7 M&Ms that you could pick from. Then you go around a board, basically in a similar Mario Party fashion, and then you have a few mini games here and there. Instead, each of the games feel like they've got a lot more depth to them than the standard Mario Party mini game or something like that, even though they're probably better and more fun. It just feels like they didn't really need to go this far, and the hub world just feels like a ghost town. There's no music, no nothing. It's just very strange game, and it honestly just feels like they needed to fill a slot for a release. Build and Race I actually quite enjoyed. I think the concept was actually kind of cool. I have played a game similar to it before with Edit Racing, which was a part of the Simple 2000 Ultimate Series. I believe it was Volume 2. Too bad that game didn't get released in the West, as I know something. But yeah, it was not too bad. The actual racing controls were surprisingly decent, if I'm honest with you. You didn't actually have to use motion controls to drive the car. You could use an analog stick, so standard controls, even if it was with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck, which was a bit strange. I found the track creation to be fairly decent. It was, again, this game reeks of a budget title. It really does reek of a budget title. But even though it reeks of a budget title, it's a decent budget title. It's something, if you could pick this up for $5, you would think that's $5 well spent, because back in the day, because of the racing mechanics being fairly good. The track designer is actually fairly good as well. So yeah, I enjoyed my time with that game. Chicken Blaster. Yeah, horrendous. It is basically a shooting gallery game, a very basic shooting gallery game, if I'm honest with you. And I haven't really got much else to say about it, if I'm honest with you, besides that. It controls, I guess, fine. The aiming is fine. Again, the point I'm trying to make when I talk about something like Chicken Blaster is that the games like this are a dime a dozen on the Nintendo Wii. They are literally a dime a dozen. So when you make a game like this, you need to have something that's unique and interesting. Whereas, Chicken Blaster, you've got Chicken Shop Gold. You've taken inspiration from already existing games in the genre. and it's not, and it's just bland. It's boring. That's, you know, what else is there to say? Cold Stone Creamery, Scoop It Up. I can't really comment that much on this game because I feel like the game just failed to work for me. This game, in my opinion, very clearly requires you to have 2 Wii remotes to work. That's just that's just basically how I felt. 2 Wii remotes for it to work. If you don't have that, you can't get it to work. It's just really stupid. And you just saw in the gameplay there, I made the comment, you saw in that gameplay there that the ice cream went in the cone and then for some reason went outside of the cone. Who knows why? I don't know. But I just feel like the game just did not function for me at all. Mainly because I was only using 1 Wii remote when very clearly you need to use 2. Either that or something was very clearly going wrong with the motion controls. I don't know. But yeah, not a very good game. Then we had Silly Bands, basically a Angry Birds clone. But I wouldn't say a poorly designed Angry Birds clone. It works. It's functional. It's fine. You know, it's just one of those titles where you go and think to yourself, why exactly would you play this over playing Angry Birds? There is no reason. Angry Birds is perfectly affordable. Hell, it's even, you know, back in the day when it first came out, it was free, I think. And even if you want to pick it up on your phone, what is it, like a couple of quid? I know some of the later, more recent ones, especially the console-released Angry Birds games, are just unreasonably priced. But if you want to pick it up on Android or iOS, what is it, like $2, something like that? You're better off getting that than playing Silly Bands. Silly Bands is just a budget version of that. It's just not as good, and it's related to a fad that lasted all of 5 seconds. You know, I barely even remember this fad back when I was younger. Then we have basically my favorite game, and I'm hesitant to say it. I really am hesitant to say it, but this is my favorite game in the entire Zoo Games collection that we played. Calvin Tucker's Redneck Farm Animals Racing is actually a fairly good game. It is really, really good. That's full title, by the way. On the title screen, I think it doesn't have that full title, because I think, I don't know, but it doesn't have that full title, but that's the full title. This is a great game, in my opinion. The motion controls actually work, which surprised the hell out of me. The track design is okay. You know, the track design is pretty reasonable. The physics could do with a little bit of work. But yeah, besides that, the power-ups are really good and fit the theme. Yeah, I was very, very surprised with this game. I would say give it at least a chance. Then we had Deal or No Deal Special Edition, or as I like to call it, Deal or No Deal Ghost Edition. Couldn't fix the issue with the shaders or the character models being see-through and basically look like ghosts or phantoms. I don't know why they were like that. It's based off of the Deal or No Deal TV show, the American version specifically, even though I'm more familiar with the British version. And yeah, it's boring, if I'm honest. It's kind of it's one of the more boring video game adaptations of a game show out there, if I'm honest with you. You pick a case and hope that it's a low number. That's it. They tried to sprinkle in some mini games here and there, but the mini games are very, very basic and are very much shoot in, and they're more like, you know, pick this one out or pick that one out. It's all related to briefcases as well, which is just strange. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I didn't really think much of it, if I'm honest. Then we have Hyper Fighters, and I will stand by the statement, okay, I didn't like this game, but I still felt that this game was decent. You know, at the end of the day, it played fine. It's just I personally believe some of the mechanics just don't work for me. The fact that, you know, your gun overheats and you got to wait for it to cool down is not something I'd expect in a rail shooter, where I've played quite a few rail shooters in my day. Death Smiles 1 and 2 I played, for example, more recently. And the fact that you can't hold down the fire button constantly is just silly in my eyes. That, and I feel like the controls are a little bit limited. It's not a top-down perspective, it's more of like a follow-along. It's like a Time Crisis rail shooter kind of strange thing, but you can't duck and protect yourself when you're being shot. So yeah, I just didn't really like Hyper Fighters. That's just my 2 cents, really. But fair enough if you did, if you've ever played it. But yeah, all right, let's move on to the rankings. So there we have the rankings. At number 1 is Calvin Tucker's Redneck Farm Animals Racing Tournament. That's the full title, by the way. At number 2, Build and Race. At number 3, Order Up. At number 4, Hyper Fighters. Like I said, with Hyper Fighters, I can respect that, you know, it could be somebody's type of game. It's just not my type of game. Functionally, it works fine. At number 5, Eminem's Beach Party. Then at number 6, Silly Bands. At number 7, Deal or No Deal Special Edition. At number 8, Calvin Tucker's Redneck Jamboree. At number 9, Chicken Blaster. And at number 10, Cold Stone Creamery Scoop It Up. Because I personally believe with Cold Stone Creamery Scoop It Up, it's not designed for a single Wii remote use. That's what I personally believe. It could have been the motion controls messing up, but I personally believe, I've never had an issue like that with the motion controls before, so I personally believe it's just functionally, which in that case, why offer the option of a single Wii remote if it just doesn't work? So that is the reason why it's at the bottom for me. So yeah, there's the ranking. Alright, let's go into my thoughts on Glacier 3 Meltdown now. Glacier 3 The Meltdown, or Glacier 3 Meltdown, is a horrendous game. It is horrendous. It is probably one of the worst racing games I've ever played. Not only does it have incredibly floaty controls, like some of the floatiest controls I've ever had the displeasure of playing. By the way, I'm playing the PC version of this game, which, by the way, has no options. There's no options. Literally, the resolution it's in is the resolution it's in. There's no option to change the resolution. No option. The only option I had was to lower the music. That's it. Options led to sound options, where I could lower the music and the background sound effects. You know, and that's it. That's the only options you had. No other options. So that's great for a PC game. But yeah, besides the incredibly floaty controls, which, by the way, I ain't drifting, it's just the controls are that floaty. They're just all over. You slide all over the place. There's no controller support. You had to use a keyboard to play, which is fine. But as you can see, the track design is horrendous. You just basically got to follow these red like smoke signals. Here I got a bit confused and thought I was following, because I saw on the minimap suddenly the red thing was behind me. I was like, why? I'm following the track. I ended up not following the track the right way, and then I had quite a bit of trouble getting up the hill over this. So yeah, just absolutely horrendous. I didn't win any of the races, by the way. Then there's the weapons. You have these like spike bombs which you throw behind you, I think. This gun, basically, and then rockets. Rockets, but your own weapons can kind of screw you over, which kind of is really annoying. I fired a rocket in front of me at one point, and just because there was a little bit of a lip, it like blew me up. Then there's the fact, like, there's all these obstacles on the race itself as well. If they hit you, you just go flying all over the place. It's the same kind of physics that were in Calvin Tucker's Redneck Racing, but in that game they were endearing, because the controls were actually good and the power-ups were actually good, and it was kind of comedic, you know, the whole entire like farm animal racing thing. In this game, it's unbearable, the physics, combined with the unbelievably, like, there, look, like, I fired a rocket in front of me and it hurt me and I just slide all over the place. Oh, I really, really disliked playing this game. It was a horrendous experience, if I'm honest with you. I completely and utterly disliked it. And yeah, if you're wondering, I picked this up for 41 pence while it was on sale. Like, there, I blew up and something blew me up, and then I just go flying into a wall and lose all my momentum. It's like, ugh. Yeah, I picked this game up on Steam for 41 pence, and guess what? I refunded it, and I don't regret refunding it. So even if it was only 41 pence, I don't care. I want my 41 pence back. This was a horrendous game, and I will never play this game again in my life. And I will never play another Glacier game in my time either. Whew. Deary me, what a horrendous game. Alright then. So that's that. You know, we've talked about the games that we featured for Zoo Games. We've even had a talk about Glacier 3 Meltdown. So that's it. I'm going to end this video with having the full Zoo Games song that I created. I hope you enjoy. I don't think you will. It's chaotic as hell. I haven't made a song in an incredibly long time, and basically this is me just taking a obscure song, taking the vocals out, and just adding my own kind of vocals while speeding the song up. So it was just all over the place. But either way, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like, or enjoy the series even. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And I hope to see you again very soon.
Help! The monkeys escaped! Help! The monkeys escaped! They got out of the pen, I don't know what happened. The key, they took the key, I don't know. Help! The monkeys escaped and said help! The monkeys escaped and said help! The monkeys, they come after me at night, and I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. They are coming after me. I'm a worker at the zoo. Help me.
Seems the monkeys got into the gun cabinet.
The gun cabinet? What do you mean? There shouldn't be a gun cabinet on the site. This is a zoo. What do we have guns for? Tranquilizers? Certainly.
No, they got into the 44 caliber. We don't know what to do. They got them. They're gonna shoot us all. The monkeys. They got the guns now. The monkeys are gone.
Everyone's dead, Marty. Everyone's gone. Everyone. All the other animals are dead. The humans are dead. Everyone's gone. I'm just left. I'm left in this security room. I can hear them outside. I can hear them. The violent monkeys. What are they gonna do to me when they get in here? I don't know. I need to get out of here. I need to find a way. I need to believe. What's this? What's this on the floor? Order up. By Zoo Games. Oh, fuck you. This is being a goddamn setup, isn't it? You goddamn monkeys! You put me up to this!